You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
wonderful Friday afternoon to everybody. A rarity here for the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, that we have a show of any kind on a Friday or Saturday. However, since I have been getting barraged, I feel like I've been being attacked for the last 24 hours about getting this race aired. I had a little time before we go to our dinner theater deal tonight, so I thought I might as well go ahead and get this thing on the air. Welcome to round number 4 of the Digital Sim Racing League Fitzz Services Truck Series, Chicagoland Speedway. We are here just in time for the boys to start qualifying. And what a field. 22 drivers. We are going to have an amazing race here today. Guys always do a good job. This series has been great, the 3 previous races. So we thought we would go ahead and get this aired because we know that Sunday coming up, and we don't want to have them stacked up where we got to do back-to-backs or 2 different ones or whatever. So we'll get it out the way. Plus, like I said, I got no less than 10 messages in the last 24 hours about, hey, man, where's the Chicago race? Where's the Chicago race? So here you go. Hi, Bill and Beards. Glad to have you in. People already in the chat. Watching qualifying. We got a bunch of trucks out here doing some qualifying. Mirror Man, Nathan Davis is out there. We just were looking at Josh Whiteman. Doyle Lawrence. Them pink hoops on that green and white truck. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I completely get it. Crazy as that may be. A new driver. And I did not see him on Sunday. I didn't go looking for him, but a new driver, Seth Wansing. His dad's company sponsors the Monday night series. Midwest Barbecue Equipment. That sprint car series on Monday nights. So our buddy Kevin Spaulding. I swear to God, that's not his truck. Another newcomer to the series there in that 28 machine, Mr. Chris Lloyd. Local guy. Friend of mine. Austin DeMore was the quickest so far in qualifying. Adam Vinny's second quick. Seth Wansing, Richie Gaines, Jay Schaff all found some speed in qualifying. Trevor Royer, the guy we dote on weekly about his podium finishes being mostly a dirt driver. There's Garrett Boyd in the 21. So, DeMore, Vinny, Wansing, Richie Gaines, which I don't know why his name's not showing up in that list. Let's see if it shows up in this one. It surely does. Tommy Kelsey, new driver. Scott King. Yeah, everybody knows the Tiny Dancer. Guys, we're going to do something that we don't always have to do, but sometimes we do. We're going to refresh paint schemes. There goes Jacob Schmutz, the 9 car, headed to the infield. Guys will go through a driver's meeting. We'll have a little bit of time. These guys run race number 5. They reached the midway point of their season this Sunday night. And it is on the big road course out in New York at Watkins Glen. And it should be an interesting one for sure. And then they have some rule changes coming to this series. Here we go. Ain't you got work to do, boy? Huh? Harass me all day long. I'm run your race now. And here you are giving me grief on Facebook. Man. Go change some oil or a battery or a headlight or something, dude. Oh, Garrett Boyd himself in here. Oh, off today. Your day off is Monday. Or did you take off to go trick-or-treating? That's what you did. You didn't even need a costume. Scary enough. Face for radio. I say it every time. Face for radio. Either way, these guys are in their drivers' meeting, and like I was saying, there's some changes coming to this series starting the second half, races 6 through 10. You guys are going to get to see some exciting stuff. You're going to see some race-changing itinerary because now they're going to have lighter fuel loads. They're not going to have as many tires to change, and they're trying to promote getting green flag pit stops into the series. And so that is going to be some game-changer stuff. It's a lot of ovals, and it should be good. It should be fun. We should see some stuff. But the second half of this season is going to be amazing. We'll air that road course race sometime next week. Then Monday night, well, we're back around. The 360s are in action for the Dirt Slingers on Monday night. ERA will be back. I can't remember if it's a super late. I think it's a super late models this Tuesday for them. Wednesday, the trucks back again. Midwest Truck Series. And then this Sunday race, I'll probably try to get in Thursday. I was going to do this one last night, but by the time we got back from seeing the grandkids, I was wiped. And I just decided to lay on the chair and veg out. So, you're getting it today. We are going to see the top 5 in points from this series. And I think one of them was missing. Reed Rundle was not here. So, Vinny is going to go to the back. Forstner goes to the back. Royer goes to the back. And maybe Boyd goes to the back. I didn't look it up. I'm pretty sure Garrett Boyd had to go to the back. That left a handful of guys that are really fast closer to the front. No, Royer. Yeah, I did say Royer. He went to the back too. So, several of these drivers moving to the back of this 22-truck field. And a big, wide-open racetrack like this, you would expect it to be tough on them to get to the front. So we'll have to watch and see how it plays out. With all the new faces, added something to the series. Some guys that missed the last race or the race before that came back into the fold. Nathan Davis raced at Michigan and then did not race at Richmond or New Hampshire. Comes back. He's always quick. Schaff missed one of the races, and then he's been back for the last couple. Like I said, new guy. They're third quickest. The 5-truck of Wansing. Jumps in the series and shows out a little in qualifying. He didn't miss it by much. 10th of a second. Should just about be done with the driver's meeting. We'll get ready to advance. We can't advance it on our own because if we do, it messes everything up. And we did that once before. You guys were here for that, I'm sure. We will not be jumping around. When we get to the crashes, and there is one, I will tell you there is one caution in this race. When we get to it, we'll go back to it. After we watch it, we'll just let the rest of it play out. Looking at our I rating, not as high as I would hope, somewhere in the 1,700, 1,800 neighborhood in this series for the average. Several viewers, I only see a couple saying anything in the chat. Don't be afraid to shout out, guys. Say hi. Especially if you happen to be on Twitch, because that's the only one I don't know anybody's there at the moment, anyway. I'm surprised we haven't got a bunch of bots in here already trying to sell me stuff. Mr. Vinny, is it cold where you are, sir, today? It was pretty good today here. I think we got to about 70 or 72. It was pretty nice today. A little chilly when I started the morning. See where we're at for time here. We got to just about be out of time. About a minute and 20 seconds. Well, you're so old you wouldn't remember what it was anyway, Mr. Moody. You probably forgot from the time you thought it till you started moving your lips. I'll get a phone call about that one. Nothing better to do sitting home retired. 50-ish. Does that mean below or possibly above? I'm not sure what that means, Bill. But 50, that's what it was when I started the morning, and I thought, man, it's a little nippy out here this morning. Starting to think of something you could, again, we're going to keep circle in here. Heavy on the ish. Okay. So 45, 46, maybe? He said 50-ish, and Beard said ish, heavy on the ish. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind the cold if I can prepare for it, but I was not prepared for it to be that cold when I went through the door this morning to go out the garage. I had to go back and get a sweater. Give me a hoodie. All right, we are just about ready. I see the white edges, and that means that it is time for them to start gridding out on our front stretch. This is how we will start our 60-lap main event with the 07 of Austin D'Amore on the pole. Adam Vinny was scheduled to be on his outside. He'll go to the back. Seth Wansing in row 2 next to Richie Gaines in the 11. That's the 5 of Wansing, the 11 of Gaines in row 2. Nathan Davis, the 36. Jay Schaff, the 3 truck. They start in row 3. Trevor Royer in the 90. And we'll see if he can keep his string of podium finishes going. Finished on the podium, New Hampshire, Richmond, after just missing the podium at Michigan's. We'll see if he can keep that going this week. Mike Forstner, 69, will be his partner in that row on the outside. 73 of Larry Moody, and the 38 of Dean Gagliano in row number 5. Our 6th row is the 5 of Josh Whiteman, and the 32 of Tom Ostendorf. Garrett Boyd, the 21. Kevin Spaulding, the 25. Boyd dropping to the back. And you know, Royer is going to drop to the back from up there as well. They were in row 7. Kersey, new driver, 48. And Roger Wagner, the 31, make up row number 8. The 9th row is the 18 of the Tiny Dancer, Scott King and Dustin Hardy in the 52. Then Doyle Lawrence, the 88, Jacob Schmutz, the 9. They're row number 10. And row 11, 22 trucks in this one tonight. Scott Thomason, the 8, and the 28 of the rookie driver, Chris Lloyd. You can see all of our drivers dropping to the back. Garrett Boyd, Trevor Royer, Mike Forstner, and he's right around here somewhere. There's the 64 of Adam Vinny, and that will set up a front row of a couple of hard-nosed drivers, Austin D'Amore and Richie Gaines. And I say hard-nosed because, man, they are all about racing you hard. You got to work to get around those guys. Woo! We're back. We're doing Taco Bell this early in the day. You have a serious hatred for your internal organs. All right, let's get ready to go. Green flag racing. $60 times around. Pace car out of the way. They'll jump into the start zone. And we'll get a green flag. Good start for that inside row. They got nose to tail quickly. It looks like D'Amore is going to have the lead out in front. Wansing is tucked in right behind him. Now Wansing will pull out down the backstretch with a little bitty push. For just a moment from the 36 of Davis. Wansing going to go for the lead. Tiny wiggle out of the 7 truck coming out of turn 4 and lap number 1 in the books, and it goes to Wansing. D'Amore, Davis, Gaines and Schaff, the top 5. Small breakaway from Gagliano in 6th. Then Ostendorf and Whiteman. In behind that, you can see Kevin Spaulding was way wide right there. A little further back, Dustin Hardy, Larry Moody, Roger Wagner going at it. They are 11 and 12 right now. Doyle Lawrence making a move on Scott King to the inside. It's too wide. It's almost freeway racing at this point. And we're just now starting lap number 3. Adam Vinny all the way up to 15th. He started 22nd. 3 laps in, and he's 7 positions improved already. Jacob Schmutz behind that. Trevor Royer. Looks like he's being cautious and careful early in this one. At the front, they're going at it, though. Davis is all over Wansing, and he is not ready to play follow the leader. He wants everybody chasing him. He dropped to the inside. He'll have the lead up the backstretch. He's getting a push now. I was about to say he's getting a push from DeMoore, and then DeMoore moved up and pushed Wansing a little bit. But the top 5 still broken away from the rest of the field. And Davis goes to the point. Single file. Right on the front bumper of Wansing. He come back on the track. He is just lucky that it wasn't about 2 inches closer. He might have been sideways right there. These guys at the front are slicing it up here. They are going after one another relentlessly. Early in this one. Gagliano trying to chase him down. Ostendorf still 7th back here. He's the last of the single file trucks. Then you start to get too wide behind Spalding with Wagner and Vinny and Doyle Lawrence. Dustin Hardy starting to spread things out. This is where the racing is at right now. Lawrence trying to work to the outside of the 31 of Wagner right now. He's got Dustin Hardy behind him. Everybody looking for clean air, looking for racing room, and it looks like Lawrence is going to pull to the high side. He'll have the spot up the backstretch. Back up front, these guys not done with each other yet either. Is Wansing now under fire from Schaff. That's a battle for third. Gaines already got by. And now Schaff slides it up in front of Wansing into third. DeMoore went from the pole to 5th in 7 laps. Larry Moody. A 13th place truck at the moment. He got around Dustin Hardy. That may not last long. Hardy's fighting back on the inside. There's Trevor Royer right behind them. Cutting across the apron on the front stretch. He's got Mike Forstner in the 69 right behind him, and there's Garrett Boyd, the 21. So 3 of the 4 that went to the back still near the back of this field. They are 15, 16, and 17. We're 9 laps in. Back to the front, Davis and Gaines play and follow the leader, and they're starting to push away from 3rd place Jay Schaff. They all need to look pretty quick because the 64 is up here. He's battling for 10th and 11th right now. She'll go on the high side and get around the 31 of Wagner. Now his sights are set on the 32 of Ostendorf. Side by side in front of him, Spalding and Gagliano were momentarily. Guys, we're 11 laps into this thing already. It's been great racing so far. Everybody giving plenty of room, it looks like. One close call we saw and a pass for the lead. Chris Lloyd quite a ways off, and I think he got loose, got the truck real sideways, had to gather it up. He lost a lot of time. 19th place Jacob Schmutz, and then the Tiny Dancer is right here, right behind Garrett Boyd. We saw a truck heading down towards the infield. 31 looks like he got very loose out of turn 4. Had to take it down on the flat. He'll try to play catch up now. Was running about 10th, 11th right there when it happened. Davis and Gaines now separated by about 7 truck lengths, and Seth Wansing is working back around Jay Schaff. He'll take the third spot back, for at least for a split second. Schaff crossed him over, went right back by him before they could get to turn one. Here comes DeMoore. Kevin Spaulding in sixth is gaining on the two in front of him. And then Gagliano and Whiteman are side by side. Whiteman's got company in the rear view. He's got the 64 of Adam Vinny, trying to help draft him past Gagliano. And as wild as it sounds, the draft is a little bit of this here at Chicagoland. These trucks are going fast enough to make that a thing. Both trucks clear Gagliano. And now Vinny will immediately go into attack mode and go after the 5 of Whiteman, and he'll have the spot. Spaulding trying to work the high side. He has caught up to DeMoore and company, and he's trying to get fifth place away from DeMoore on the outside. He's got Seth Wansing right in front of him. A little bit of a holdup right there. Wansing was slow through the center of the corner. Truck slow on the bottom of turns 3 and 4. That's going to be Chris Lloyd, and he is having problems with that 28 truck. He might have a tire going down. He tried to get the pit road, and he missed it. So he will be on the apron coming around the front stretch. He'll have to try to stay there, make his way around. He's already got 11 trucks past him, so no caution right now. Coming around to put 16 in the books. Davis and Gaines have about a 1.1 second lead over third place. Shea Schaff. Then Wansing, Spaulding, DeMoore, Whiteman, and Vinny are starting to go at it side by side. This a battle inside the top 10, barely. 8th and 9th is Gagliano. Now going to go after Vinny. He got wide in turns 1 and 2, and he'll give the spot right back. There's Doyle Lawrence, the 88 truck behind these guys. He is 10th at the moment. Back to the front, two distinctly different lines for the leaders through 3 and 4. Seth Wansing with a quick move to the inside on Jay Schaff, and he's going to take that spot right back. Three trucks in a line. They should be faster than the two in front of them if they can stay that way. But getting into the corner, looked like Schaff got up close to the wall. He had to roll out of the throttle just a tiny bit. Spaulding got down to the bottom and stepped the right rear out. DeMoore still 6th, then Whiteman, Vinny, Gagliano, and Ostendorf battling back and forth with Doyle Lawrence over 10th and 11th. Oh, Mike Forstner and Scott King here. They are running 14th and 15th. Everybody's getting a little spread out here. 1 and 2 truck battles like this, about all you're seeing. You can see behind that Schmutz and Hardy are going to go at it. Oh, left side's down on the apron, and that gets the 69 truck very loose through 3 and 4. A little net code there, and we're going to watch behind because Larry Moody ends up on his lid. This is a caution for us right here. This ends up being the caution. Kelsey got slowed down in time. Lloyd got slowed down in time. But Dustin Hardy and Jacob Schmutz got together about the exact same moment that you saw Forstner and King get together. So we'll bring them to caution after 21 green flag laps. We had some pretty good movers. Adam Vinny from the back picked up a bunch of spots, about 15. Kevin Spaulding had picked up 10. I was looking. Mike Forstner had picked up several. He'll lose all of those for his role in that caution that's out right now. So he'll go back to the back, and he'll have to start over again. Everybody is going to go to pit road, I can tell you that. Nobody is going to stay out here. The tires are getting a little greasy, and you're in the window now to make it from this spot to the end of this race. It'll be tight for you on fuel, but you can make it from here. You can see Larry Moody is in after his truck got rolled back over when it hit the grass. We'll see. Does Davis hold serve? He went in first. Can he come out first? Down off the jacks and away he goes. He will be the first off pit road. Seth Wansing will be second. Kevin Spaulding third. Richie Gaines goes from second to fourth. Schaff held serve, and so did DeMoore. Vinny stayed in sixth. Gagliano, Whiteman, Royer up to 10th. Then Lawrence and Boyd, 11 and 12. So our four from the invert now all inside the top 12. They started back there 19, 20, 21, and 22. And now they're all up a lot closer to the front as we head to the second half of this race. Scott King on pit road. Chris Lloyd is trying to roll off pit. He's trying to get out of his box. There he goes. And then you can see Scott Thomason stayed out front. He'll get his lap back, and Roger Wagner will stay out, and he will pick up one of the two that he lost, making an untimed pit stop. Thomason, the tail end of the lead lap, and then Wagner. And they're just waiting to head off around the pace truck. You can see Nathan Davis and company lined up. They're just waiting for him to take off, go around the pace truck. Scotty Thomason also now going to take off and head around. So about to get our restart. 46 laps to go. That is pretty much the limit of fuel. You can get it to about 48 if you're very careful. We'll get ready for the restart. Davis is still at the front. He's led every lap to this point, and he gets a great restart coming out of the box. Wansing trying to get going. Getting pushed from behind by the 11, the 25 of Spaulding on the inside. Was trying to take advantage of that slow restart by the 5. And now Wansing up to speed. Kevin Spaulding low right behind the leader Davis. Davis will cut to the apron. So will Gaines, but Spaulding will keep it on the racetrack, and he stays right beside Wansing. Now Spaulding was clear for the moment but couldn't move up. Great racing right here at the front. Some of these guys don't need to look now, but Vinny's sixth, and he's right there. He can see the lead. He's won the first 3 in this series. He's going to go outside on Schaff. See if he can get himself in the top 5, maybe the top 4, trying to work around Gaines. Davis, Wansing, Spalding, and now Vinny's in the top 5. Go back and check some of our other top 4 points drivers. There is Trevor Royer. He runs in the 8th spot. Garrett Boyd is 10th. Mike Forstner, after going to the back, is already back up to 15th. Not that far off the lead. 2 3/4 seconds. But at the front, a side-by-side battle for the lead. Seth Wansing has the high side. Nathan Davis. Oh, Wansing with a brush of the fence out of 4. You can do that easy here. Truck gets just a tad tight coming out of that corner, and that wall will get there real fast. But Wansing wants the lead. Couldn't get the truck to stay under him clean. And he'll lose a spot, almost going to lose a full spot here. He might lose second place to Kevin Spalding on this. Little fender touching going on for second and third. Davis still out front, Spalding. Then Wansing by just a fender right now over Vinny. And that is over because Vinny gets clear on the high side. Wansing is looking for a slot to get into, but Richie Gaines is up there. Chase Schaff right behind that in 6th. Then Austin DeMore now back up in the top 6-7 trucks. He leads a group that's got Trevor Royer in it and Garrett Boyd. Front 5, 6, nose to tail now. Wansing slid all the way to 6th. And Adam Vinny now to 2nd. He got around Kevin Spalding, and they are almost 3 wide for 3rd back there. Richie Gaines gets around Spalding. Jay Schaff, notions of getting up there, but just couldn't get that fender completely alongside. He'll settle back to 5th. Wansing's got company. He's got Austin DeMore hounding the rear bumper of the 5 truck. We are creeping in on halfway. We're almost there. Lawrence inside the top 10 runs 8th. Garrett Boyd, Trevor Royer, 9 and 10. Remember, those two, along with Adam Vinny, started at the back of this field. And we'll check on Mike Forstner, the other driver. He's up to 14th. He's been to the back twice today to start the race, and then an incident on lap 21. And he is trying to fight his way back up through this field. Kersey is 15th. Lloyd, Thomas, and King. And King just having a problem coming off turn 4 as we put the camera on him. And then Wagner back there in 19th. He is still a lap down. Had to make an untimed pit stop for mechanical problems. There was a loose nut behind the wheel. They had to get the head on straight. So, watching Nathan Davis try to break that draft of the 2 behind him. So Richie Gaines is trying to follow in the tire tracks of the 64. It has been all number 36 today. Out front, Only 2 lead changes. About 0.4 of a second first to second, about 0.3 of a second from second to third, and it is a good gap back. It is 3/4, almost a full second back to fourth place Jay Schaff. Spalding 5th, DeMoore 6th, Wansing has fallen to 7th, Boyd is 8th, Lawrence and Whiteman 9 and 10, Trevor Royer in 11th, and trying to come forward. There's Mike Forstner. He's still 14th, but he's in this picture with all these other drop to the backers. '11 truck. A brush of the fence getting into turn 3, trying to run the high side. Slowed him down a little bit, just lost him ground on second place Adam Vinny, but did not lose anything to Jay Schaff back and forth. Schaff's having problems getting off the apron, and that's allowing Spalding and DeMoore to stay tucked right up underneath him. Here comes Garrett Boyd. He's going to throw his hat in this 4-way battle. He wants to get into the top 5. Right up by the fence. He's not quite touching it, but, man, he's close. He scared the fence if he didn't hit it. Up, car to the bottom, Wansing. Oh, boy. Went through the grass. Is he going to keep it going? Yeah, we're not getting caution. Still got chunks of stuff flying out from under it. Let's get back to this battle because Boyd got to 5th around DeMoore, around Spalding, and now it's single file. He's working on Jay Schaff, just trying to close in. There comes Trevor Royer. He's going to look to the inside of Kevin Spalding after he got around Doyle Lawrence last lap. All this inside your top 10. Scott King making laps on the apron, just scoring points. Tiny Dancer lost one of his tutu lapels. He lost some frillies off of his tutu for sure. Boyd now up to 4th, got around Jay Schaff, and that opened the door for Austin DeMoore, who's trying to shove his way through it. Here comes Trevor Royer. Royer's on a late charge. We're halfway through a fuel run, and all of a sudden the 90 truck is starting to come alive here. We talked about his string of podiums. Can he do 3 out of 4? He just missed it. He finished about 4th or 5th at Michigan. And then he was podium 3rd place at New Hampshire, 3rd place at Richmond. 3 wide behind him, Lawrence, Spalding, and Schaff, and they get that worked out quickly. I thought Gagliano might try to make it 4 wide for a moment right there. Mike Forstner is back up here. He's 11th, and he's starting to find some speed late in the run as well. Top 2 starting to get closer and closer together. It's down to about 0.3 now. It was twice that 15 laps ago. Richie Gaines is still 3rd, but he's about 2 seconds behind your leaders, and Garrett Boyd is about 1 1/4 seconds behind him. Late in the run, a lot of guys finding speed on old tires. Scott Thomason not that far ahead of your leaders, about a half a straightaway. Richie Gaines, he may not be able to tell yet, but that 21 truck is getting bigger in the mirror. And Trevor Royer now has cleared his way up to the 5th spot. When we restarted 30 laps ago, he was about 12th. He's one of the fastest trucks on the track right now. Davis is still out front, and he opened up the gap to about almost a half a second. We're down to 15 to go. The laps are ticking off quickly. It's one of the things I will say about this series. These guys have been fantastic about long green flag runs. Just not quite long enough to give us green flag pit stops. But starting in week 6, I think you're going to see a different race every week. We're going to see green flag pit stops. We're going to see guys have to strategize a little better. They're going to get cut down to the tires they qualify on and one more set, depending on the track. But their fuel load is going to be a 50% fuel load. Here, they would have had to make 2 pit stops, minimum, because fuel wouldn't allow them to get 60 laps on one tank. Slip out of the 36, their right rear. Just barely got away, and it allowed Vinny to close up a full 10th just coming out of turn number 4. Going to work the lap truck of Scott Thomas in here. Garrett Boyd got around Richie Gaines, and so did Trevor Royer while we were away. So Royer is up to 4th. Gaines is holding serve in 5th, but he's got a ton of steel behind him that is looking a little aggressive. Side by side, Forstner and Lawrence. That's a battle for the 6th spot. And Mike Forstner able to take that truck to the bottom and make it work. Everybody else is running them wide, way out top. Back to the front, because now it is just a couple of truck lengths between your leaders with 11 laps remaining. And it'll be a side-by-side battle for the lead. Does Davis have enough to hold off Adam Vinny? These two went at it at Michigan 3 weeks ago. Here they are again, duking it out side by side, and for the first time since lap 2, we got a new leader. Nathan Davis led every lap up until that one, the 10 to go signal, puts the 64 truck out front. Oh, and that might be the nail in the coffin. Davis got too wide, got it into the fence, and now Vinny is clear. He's got clean air. Boyd is still 3rd, but Royer is lurking, and Trevor Royer trying to keep his podium string alive. Got the spot for the moment, but a big run by the 21 truck, and he's side by side again. Now the battle could be over because Royer is clear by about 2 truck lengths. Fighting back on the bottom, Garrett Boyd will surge back ahead. Can he move up in front of Royer? Yes, he can. 8 laps to go. Best racing on the track is for 3rd place right here. Vinny's got it clear and clean. He's out by 0.4 of a second. Got around Davis when Davis brushed the wall. Whoa! Both trucks make the same slip in turn number 2. And now, Royer still playing catch-up. But Davis brushed the wall, and Vinny got by, and since then, Adam Vinny's been able to hold him off. It stayed about 0.4 of a second. So we're going to watch the battle for the podium. Trevor Royer trying to make it 3 in a row. The perennial dirt guy. We're going to have to stop saying that because he's showing his chops here in this truck series. He is fighting. Wants that podium. Boyd wants to get one. You can see Mike Forstner in 5th. Nice recovery for the 69 truck. Went to the back to start the race, had an incident on lap 21, restarted about 19th or 20th, and now in the closing laps, So we're coming around to the wave lap, 5 to go. Forstner is back up to 5th. And now the gap's starting to open up. Adam Vinny driving away from the field. Wave lap 5 to go. This time by, and he is clear by a full second over Nathan Davis. Garrett Boyd and Trevor Royer not done with each other. Going to fight to the last lap, it looks like, for this third spot. That was awfully nice of Trevor Royer to leave enough room for Garrett Boyd to get his nose back in there coming off the corner, because he could have slammed that door. Now Royer's clear by a couple of truck lengths, so Boyd will drop it to the apron. Pulls right alongside again. Who's going to have the real estate getting into the corner? Best battle of the night right here. For the third spot in the finishing order. We're coming around to 3 laps to go. Quick look up front. Adam Vinny going away from Davis. And now Royer looks like he's clear by about 4 or 5 truck lengths on Boyd with 3 laps remaining. And Mike Forstner is going to get up here. He may make a run at this third spot in the last couple of laps. Two to go. If they get around and get to the white flag, the next flag will end it. Brush of the fence from Boyd, but he had a good run. He's just not going to be able to get close enough to get back in that battle this lap. Cannot get beside Royer, but he's close. One more time around. This could go either way. They're getting away from Forstner at the moment. White flag coming out. Vinny clear by 2 seconds over Davis. Now they're side by side on the white flag lap. Royer's got the high side. Boyd's got the short way around. A slip out of the 21. That's the coffin. That's the nail in it anyway. Adam Vinny out of turn 4 is going to go 4 for 4. He wins at Chicago. Nathan Davis, another strong second place finish. And Trevor Royer is going to make it 3 podium finishes in a row. Wait a minute. I almost spoke too soon, but he gets it by about half a truck length over Garrett Boyd. Forstner was 5th. Richie Gaines, 6th. Doyle Lawrence, Dean Gagliano, Kevin Spaulding, Josh Whiteman, 10th. DeMoore, Westendorf, Schaff, Wansing, Kersey, and Lloyd. Through 16, then Thomason, Wagner, King, Moody, Hardy, and Schmutz, the finishing order. But 4 for 4 for the 64. So he'll park it there on Victory Circle. And here comes the podium string guy. He's going to take it in the grass, put some weight in the truck. Got to get across those scales right. But 3 in a row and a top 5 at... Or maybe not. Maybe he did. Maybe he had a bad night at Michigan. He didn't finish. He finished 10th or 12th or something. But either way, 3 in a row for a typically dirt racing driver. And he is doing a great job in the Truck Series. No Nathan Davis on the podium. He had problems on the way back around. And, well, we're not sure what happened. He just wrecked the truck coming back around, so won't get to see that. But 4 races, 1 winner. And they'll get ready to head for the road course this coming week. So we'll give you a quick look at the results, and there they are. have fun doing these off the replay. Most of the time I know what happens already, but still, it is a lot of fun watching these guys. It's been a great series. They're doing a fantastic job. We can't wait to see what the new changes in the format do to shake things up. But we'll get through the road course this coming week. We'll get that streamed out for you. And then we'll move into the changes. Those might be the changes. If they work well, those might be the changes that we keep going forward for that season. Or for future seasons, I should say. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's always fun bringing them to you, and I do appreciate you being here. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this at all. Without the awesome leagues giving us great racing. And we have seen nothing but great racing for the past 10 months. There is nothing for us to cover, so high fives and pats on the back all the way around to everybody involved on that side of it. We'll be back on Monday night for Dirt Slingers and their Monday Night Thunder Sprint Car Series presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment. 360s this week, and don't ask me where they're at because, well, I don't know. But we'll know come Monday. In the meantime, peace and love to everybody. Guys, keep the rough side facing down at all times. Come back and see us as soon as you can. Good night.